Friday they got one of them out, and then the other was simple. They got it out and threw the incendiary over, so we didn't have any bombs. Finally, we went across the Mediterranean. One funny thing happened, one interesting little thing. At 4 o'clock every day, maybe some of you remember, the BBC has a broadcast. We used to listen to the ball game once in a while, get up to 10,000 feet, have everybody's in canteens in the back to get the water cool, and we listen to the ball game. You do that, change an engine, you have to fly it around for a while. So everybody, we knew about the 4 o'clock BBC. And the guy comes on with a cheerful voice, a British guy, and he said, you guys, you Yanks have got a show today. You're going to get a show from America. And all of a sudden the music started. And then somehow we heard that the name of the song was Winging a Prayer. And I turned around to our radio operator. I said, look, you're not going to tease you know who. And all of a sudden, music started. And I always thought it was Dinah Shore. I think a lot of you know who she was, a great singer. I don't know who it really was. She sang a song coming in on a wing and a prayer. We had never heard it before. In the middle of the song, we really hit our target for tonight, so we knew it was British. And then another place she says, look below, there's our field over there. And everybody was peeking out as no field, just water. But that song, so that's why we named this film Winging a Prayer. Because I'll tell you, that right wing, after a while it settled by right flying about 145 to 150. And that's real slow for B-24. Finally, with the last airplane come in, there it was, that navigator brought us right in. There was our runway. Do you know how we landed? Downwind. You don't land downwind. It's terrible to land downwind, except you're out of gas. For goodness sake, get it on the ground as soon as you can. We came straight in and landed. Everybody had been in but us. Our name was already to the 9th Bomber Command that we'd been shoved, we'd been missing in action. Well, that was a wonderful thing. We rolled about 500 to 1,000 feet when bang, out went that same tire we traded that morning. It was full of flak. But it held, saved the airplane, and we finally tipped it off this side. We got out, we kissed that ground, the ugliest piece of, it's the most beautiful piece of ground on earth, but it's the ugliest real estate the world ever saw. And there you know how you love each other and everything. Now came the Red Cross ladies, and they had coffee, and I already used to trade my coffee for candy. But I preached to the guys too much, they wouldn't do it later. They'd eat their own candy, and I had a hard time. But anyway, we had a wonderful welcome. It's a wonderful welcome. And finally, we all went in. When we got there, they were all talking about the mission. Everybody shut up. And they all came over. Not the chaplain, he was Bruno Hamilton. He used to be the coach, the track coach at Cal. One that nice old guy. You fellows remember the service. You always had one or two old World War II types, and they're just great guys. He came over and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, Roper isn't back. I said, oh, he is back. I flew on his wing for a while, but I couldn't keep up. Have you checked? No way. We checked all the other 5 bases. Roper's not back. And then one of the pilots said, I saw 2 airplanes burning a mile apart in Yugoslavia. So there was my old crew. They were on their 25th mission. Now, just a final postscript. Italy, we were told that Italy would be out of the war in 30 days if we hit the target. 33 days, Italy capitulated. Well, they weren't much of a help, but except when they did quit, Germany, of course, was using Italy as their bases and everything there, but they were out of the war. Well, that was the first real good step to the fact that we're going to get to home someday. That was one thing that was nice to know. We lost 54 airplanes. Out of 150, 54 went down. 300 men were killed, 200 and some odd were prisoners of war. And that was the story. The mission was, we believe, it was a howling success. They shot them down before they even got to the target. That one that circled and circled and circled, they lost 15 or 18 airplanes going through. They circled around to get through the clouds. And then they got there, and I guess we bombed their target, I don't know. When you can't get to your target, you find whatever you can. That's an old rule. And so that's what we had done. And then they came over and the bombs were going off. You see pictures of smoke and a B-24 flying past. Well, I'm the B-24 and that's the smoke we made. So, well, I don't think so. I was thinking that, but there was no smoke till we got quite a ways away. And that was the story of the mission. And you're all very good listeners. Thank you.
somehow, if I can get this open, we came up with an ugly airplane. We'd like to present it to you as your paycheck for the day.
It's a J. Aerospace Museum, Hill Air Force Base, Utah. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming up. Next week, come and listen to Mr. Greenwood talk about his experiences as a gunner. One of those guys that gets shot at. Thanks for coming.